So today we are going to understand how time works and what is the definition of time. To understand it, you have to imagine a full blank space which is infinite in every direction, and our space is totally empty. There is no even a fundamental particle inside our space. There is no any kind of fluctuation. There is no any kind of disturbance. There is no any kind of waves. Our space is totally empty and our space is infinite in every direction. Now imagine there is only one fundamental particle inside our space which is infinite in every direction. If I ask you what is the time in this specific condition, you can say time is just 1, and this is a value of time, and this is not changing. Our time is not going forward. This is just a value of our time which is 1. Now imagine our particle goes up, goes down, goes forward, goes backward. It does not even matter. Time will always 1 just because our space is infinite in every direction. So if our particle goes this way, nothing is going to change in this side and nothing is going to change in this side. If our particle goes here, and nothing is going to change this side and nothing is going to change this side, just because this direction are infinite, and this will happen in every direction because our space every direction is infinite. So nothing is going to change, the configuration is not going to change. That's why time will always 1. Now imagine there is 2 fundamental particles inside our space which is infinite in every direction. If I ask you what is the time in this specific condition, you can say time is just changed its value 1 to 2 because this is a new configuration. If our second particle, this is first and this is second, if our second particle moves around first particle without changing the distance, then time is not going to change just because our space is infinite in every direction. So if second particle is moving around first particle, then this condition and this condition and this condition, these all conditions are same if the distance between these 2 particles not change. So time will always 2 in this condition. But when second particle goes toward first particle by teleporting itself, so imagine this second particle somehow managed to teleport itself here from here. So this is a new configuration. So time will also going to show you a new value. Now you can say time is 3 just because this is a new configuration, then this is a new value of time, and time is not moving forward, just a value of time which is 3. If the second particle again managed to teleport itself here from here, so this is a new configuration, so time will also going to show you a new value. So you can say the new value is 4. If our second particle again somehow managed to teleport itself here from here, so this is a new configuration. The distance between these 2 particles just changed and they made a new configuration, then time is going to show you a new value. You can say the new value is 5. Now if our second particle repeats its previous position by teleporting itself away from first particle, so this configuration is repeating itself. When particle was here, the time was 4. So again time will repeat its previous value just like when the particle was here before. Now our second particle somehow managed to repeat its previous position again, the previous distance from first particle, then time is also going to repeat its previous value, which was 3 in case. If our second particle again somehow managed to teleport itself on its first position, which was here, then time will also going to change, going to show you a previous value, which was 2. Now imagine there is 3 fundamental particles in our space, which is infinite in every direction. If I ask you what is the time in this condition, in this specific condition, time will going to show you a new value because this is a new configuration. So you can say time is 6. So this is a new value of time just because this is a new configuration of material. You can say the particle in this specific case. If second particle managed to move around first particle without changing the distance, imagine our second particle just teleported itself here from here without changing the distance. So this is a new configuration. So time is also going to show you a new value. So you can say time is 7 in this condition. Now our second particle again managed to teleport itself here from here without changing the distance in a circular path around first particle without changing the distance. So this is a new configuration. That's why time is going to show you a new value, and you can say the value is 8. So the second particle is moving around first particle without changing the distance. If our second particle continuously moves in a circular path around our first particle without changing the distance by teleporting itself, a point will come when our second particle will reach its previous position. So the configuration of these 3 particles is repeating itself. So time will also repeat its value when it was before on this configuration. So time was 6. So here these 3 particles repeated their configuration. This was moving, our second particle was moving around our first particle and reached its previous position just because this is a circular motion in a circular path. So our second particle just reached its first position. So these 3 particles just repeated their configuration. So time will also repeat the value just like it was on this configuration. So the value of time was 6. So what I am trying to explain you is that time is just a 3-dimensional configuration of everything inside space, which is infinite in every direction. This is what I found after doing my little research on time. I found that time is just a 3-dimensional configuration of everything inside space, which is infinite. Time will only repeat itself when the configuration of everything repeat itself. If these 3 particles randomly moving elsewhere, they can repeat their configuration. They can repeat their configuration just because there are only 3 fundamental particles. When the particle will repeat their configuration, then time is also going to repeat its value. In the reality, is it not possible that our universe going to repeat its configuration just because there is uncountable particles? You cannot even imagine how much particles are there, and our universe is very, very large. We cannot even imagine how large is our universe, and there is uncountable particles, and particles are making a new configuration. So that's why time always show us a new value. That's why we say time always going forward. Time always go forward. Time do not repeat itself just because our universe not repeating its configuration. What I'm trying to say is that we cannot do time traveling. We cannot go in past. Our time cannot repeat itself just because our universe cannot repeat its configuration. If you want to go back in time, then you have to rearrange all the universe, everything you know, everything you don't know, just like it was on the time you want to go. For example, if I want to go back in 10 January 2010, 10 am, then I have to rearrange all the universe, everything just like it was on 10 January 2010, 10 am. This is not possible, you cannot do that.